Hey guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money, and you're not going to believe this. After 2 weeks of just getting beat down into the ground, winner, winner, chicken dinner, we have a successful day in the market. And especially after yesterday, we had one of the biggest sell-off of this year in the market, and today we had one of the biggest rallies of the year. Didn't fully come back to markets for everyone, but the markets had a terrific rally today, and we had a great day. Finally, a good up day, and actually I would have been up more, of course. I always like to hedge and do some stuff to protect myself, especially on these large plays where you have millions of dollars at stake. But unfortunately, those hedges sometimes, if you don't make them at the right times, do cost you money. But I like my hedge. I like the gain today. Finally, after so many days of being down, it feels good to finally have an up day and get back on track. And hopefully it stays this way. Even if it with the plays that we're doing, even if they kind of stay stable in this area, we'll still have a terrific week and be up a couple 100,000 more. If CCIV goes up another point, we'll be up a lot of money. But there's a great opportunity. Obviously, they have the big vote Thursday, and then if the vote goes correctly, they'll change to the Lucid symbol, LCID, from CCIV. But hopefully, like I said, we can keep hedging it for the next few weeks, or end this position at some point. But I think going into next week, I can have $1 million hedge on CCIV Lucid that will pay out $1 million for next week. So lots of exciting stuff. Everything's looking good, and let's take a look, see how we did today. So up $464,000. Every single thing we had today, all the stocks we had today were up. Like I said, the hedge wasn't all complete, but still very good. No matter what, you have to do these hedges. I started doing them when the market was starting to come back. But, unfortunately, when it just popped that extra dollar, it did cost us. Otherwise, it would have been like a 700,000 plus update a day for me. But like I said, I'm very happy with these hedges. $600,000 here, sitting here. I'm not planning on selling this position anytime soon. I wish I would have bought more. I did get rid of some of the rest of these 30s. These actually came back nice. We're still down in this, but if CCIV runs, we still have these 2,000 contracts. If this gets up to 90 cents a buck, I'll probably get out of them. Just take the cash off the table. We'll take the loss and move on to something. But IDX finally today up. Clover today, I was up yesterday, but up 5 cents today. It did get a little bit higher, but it was actually down most of the day. So it actually came back. Maybe we'll get lucky one day and this thing will just pop a couple of points before we do something with it. Jaguar up a little bit more today. Hopefully, I guess the SPAC deal is now done. It should close in 80 days. Obviously, we're not seeing that $4 that we saw before. We're not even seeing the $2. We've seen this thing run 40, 50 cents in a day. So it is up. It's much better than obviously at $1.25, and it's pretty liquid. I could sell 80,000 shares pretty easily at this price point and get out. But we're not seeing anything big. I don't know where the $2, $2.50, $3 pop is. So we're kind of just, holding pattern there. Like I said, for me, it's not a very large position. It's obviously a loss. But, for $124,000, if it goes back down 25 cents, it ain't going to make a huge difference. If it goes up 25 cents, it ain't going to make a huge difference. So, maybe this, can this thing go to 250? I don't know. Hopefully. Be nice to see that. But like I said, markets had a great day. A lot of earnings out today. Netflix actually disappointed, was down, and then came all the way back after hours and was trending upwards. But CCIV, our big one today, just a 2-point day finally. And I've said you can get these days out of this 10-point movement. Also, some of the other meme stocks. God, now everyone told me to sell AMC. It was done, and now I'm kicking myself. Cost me $500,000 getting out of that one. We should have just held on, but everybody's an expert and knows everything. But unfortunately, we sold way too soon after today's rally. But cryptocurrencies are just all crashing. And as I said the other day, it would definitely dip below 30,000, if you guys remember, even starting last week. And it sure did. And of course, our account now is down to 56,000. But the cryptocurrency crash is what's fueling now the meme stocks, because I think people got tired of the crypto and all the being jerked around and everything, and said, you know what, let's put our money back into the stocks and stuff. So interesting. Tesla had a terrific day today. But if Tesla is still sitting on a lot of Bitcoin, they're going to get slaughtered in the this earnings, because Bitcoin, being way down for them, and from where he supposedly got into it, that was the only thing that really made a profit for the company. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. Also, GameStop today had a big rally again. I still think there's another one that's totally worthless, but all of them pretty much had rallied pretty hard today. So. I don't know. If this one gets going too strong again, it'll definitely be a nice short. Same with AMC. Some of these stocks, you can play them on the upside, you can play them on the downside. It's hard to pick, but lots of stuff today. Looked at a couple other ones. I know the other big one that everybody was watching and playing, that LCLP, that one finally came down. That was the one that's been running really hard, but that one today actually had a losing day. And came down life clips, so not sure if that one's the momentum is out of that one, or who knows, it could pop. It was as high as 4.10 or whatever, but finished mostly down towards the lower side of it. So interesting. We also Chico this morning got me up early to play a stock. We were playing something like N. I'll find the symbol for you guys. But this one was NRBO. So we started playing early this morning, and I wanted to go to bed, so I sold it. But this one right here, NRBO. So up 40% today. Got as high as $5.63. So it really got going. It was kind of stale. It kind of just sat around here, and then it kind of exploded, and then came right back down. So don't know anything about this one and why it ran, and really don't care, but it did, and it was the stock of the day that everybody was playing. Another one that ran huge today, I don't know if you guys saw this one, was NURO, Neurometric, and another one, don't know anything about this stock, but this thing, a 200% gainer today, in after hours, another 24%, so don't know what's going on here, but it started out at, started out at $3.86 today, way down here, and then this thing just exploded. So massive buy after fiber that gets the FDA boost. So there you go. But that was definitely the biggest one of the day. Also, LXU was the second biggest mover of the day. So didn't play any of these, but definitely moved this one here. But that Neuro one, that looks like it may have some legs. After hours, that's pretty strong to be up another 25%. So have to take a look at that one more, maybe tomorrow, see where it's doing and stuff. But what do you guys got today? What does everyone have today? So Jim says, told you, PAVM, be there or be square. What is that one? PAVM. PAVmed. There we go, up 5%. But, pretty much everything today was up 5-10%. It'd be hard to find a stock that wasn't up 5 or 10% that's in the higher risk category and stuff. So, lifting Bishops. I think Jaguar is your longest hold on this account. Any reason you're still sticking with it? Well, Jeff Schwartz said that this is the big one. This one is going to go to $5, and Jeff Schwartz wouldn't make up, fake news, on us and stuff. So that's why we've been holding it. But this thing just hasn't done anything yet. So hopefully it does something. We're waiting on the big SPAC news, and that news is out now. So I don't know. I honestly don't know why it hasn't. Why it hasn't moved more, because like I said in the past, we've watched it, move tremendously. It has no problem moving, and it was kind of down here, it took off, it really got going, and then it's, came all the way back down. I don't know why it hasn't moved more. The SPAC news, this is, the big thing was this Dragon SPAC. Now it's out. It says it's approximately 80 days to close. It's like $8.8 million. Really not that much money either. That was the other thing. It was the close of, announced at 8.8 million euros. So what is that, like 9 million US or I don't know. Even if it was $10 million, if the market cap of this company is 214 million at $1.50. I don't know. Something is way off on this information and news, but not sure. Same with like IDEX. This one, like I said, finally came up today. But it's another one that was all the way up to that $5 range, and was kind of down that dollar and got moving, and it's stayed steady around here. But it gets going up to that three. Remember last month it got up to almost 360, and then just keeps coming down. So not too sure. But definitely. Lord Abiris, I was down 100K yesterday on CCIB, back to green today. Let's go, Raja. We should be able to close over 27 by end of week, hopefully. Personally for me, I don't need 27. I'd like to see it, over at $25 at the end of the week would be a terrific week for me and my hedges and stuff, and then going into next week. So definitely will be good. Brandy says, I told you to hold AMC, may push 50 tomorrow. You should buy more today. It's not dead. You never know what these things will do. So Karen says, thank you, congrats on the comeback. Thank you so much. So Chico had a solid 3K profit today. Congratulations, Chico. What else we got? Junior says, swing SPY calls, hoping for 435s. So hopefully you get it there. Let's see. Slavashine, no HIV, sure in 40 years, long hold for sure on JAG. So, or no cure in 40 years. JAG is a long-term hold for sure. Yeah, it's definitely that, or you have to do something with it. So, I don't know. Like I said, Jaguar, we've had it for a long time, and it just, it ggets going, and then it, comes down. The only thing good about JAG is it's optionable, so I've been selling the calls off, so at least I get that, 10 cents for the last couple of months since I discovered it. It's a, long holding period, but like I said, it's not a big holding in my account. It's really not going to affect my account. It has more potential for that to go up $1 and make me $80,000 than it does for it to go down $1 to 50 cents right now. So to me, it's not really affecting me. And if it does pop 50 cents or $1, I'd rather, take the money and stuff. So that'll be interesting. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff in play. Clover is the one that really I took a beating on that I would love to see it pop. But the what do you call it? The option prices are just horrific on it. Even when it was, got as high today as like 850, the $9 call, which expires in 3 days, is like 10 cents. I mean, it's pathetic. Normally, so when I look at the volatility and what I want to look at for profits, so if you sold the call on Clover for 10 cents, that thing runs $2 tomorrow, you're out at, 50 cents more or 65 cents more plus a dime. The volatility is like 1.5% on it. It doesn't make any sense. Normally it's about 10%. So if you take like CCIV, for example, the $25 strike at 67 cents and the stock's at 24.28, that's at a, like 75 cents away, and it's at a 2.5% return. So it's pretty solid there. And there's a 24.50 also in there. Like I said, and the other good thing is I have the 25. So if this thing does take off, and let me show you the charts. This is what I was talking about with the hedging and stuff. And this is going to be powerful. This is where you can make a lot of money really, really quick. And also protect your downside. Like I said, you can limit your upside sometimes, but like I said, when you have this large of a position as I have, and that's why I went out so far and said, you know what, let's just go out 8 weeks, and every week we could hedge this. But if you look at it, so like on the calls, let's say for next week, the $25 call right now is $1.46. You go up to $26, it's $1.17, and the $25 for this week is 67 cents. So if you roll these out, if I have to roll all this stuff out, and I can pick up 60 to 80 cents on 80,000 on 8,000 contracts, 800,000 shares. You do the math. 800,000 shares at 60 cents. I'm picking up $500,000+ It's a pretty good hedge for the week. If I can pick up a couple hundred, 400,000 or 500,000 a week for the next 5 or 6 weeks, I'm going to make $3-4 million on this trade. And if the stocks keeps going up, I just keep rolling up those options, and then I have 8,000 contracts. And some of these weeks this is where this gets really big. Let's say CCIV goes all the way to let's say it closes right at $25. Of course, I never seem to get lucky, and everything always goes backwards on me for some reason. But let's say the stock goes up to 25 cents. That $3.40 contract I have, for 8 weeks out from now, that's probably going to be about $3.70. So that's going to go up another 30 cents on 8,000 contracts. That's another $250,000 this week I can make. Then I have 6,000 contracts at 65 cents for almost $400,000 out. That's pure profit. That goes away. I keep that all. And then if I roll out to next week and I do the 25 again, and this is about $25, this is probably going to be about $1.40, where it's sitting right now. But this is if everything was at $25. Imagine if I could write 8,000 of these at $1.40 next week. It'll be over $1 million payday next week, just on that. And imagine if I could do it again the next week and the week after. So I have a good system. I know exactly what I'm doing. It's getting these stocks to cooperate. Now, let's say the stock goes down $1. That's $600,000 in hedging that we have out. The good news is, just like last time, I keep all of it. So if the stock is below $24, I keep all this money. This $209,000, this $402,000, I keep it all. I got $600,000. The downfall is, if the stock drops, let's say $1, this is going to drop about 60 cents, 50 to 60 cents. So you have 400,000 to 500,000 that this will come down. So if this, at 340 versus at 290 or so, or 280. So the account's going to be pretty much flat, but this is a long-term play. Obviously September 17th for $2.7 million. I'm not planning on liquidating this. Now, let's say I didn't have a hedge, and let's say it, went to $30 and this was $7, and I had 5.6 million or something. I may say, screw it, I made $2 million early, I'm getting out. But you want to go out on long term on these, and it's disappointing. I bought all those ones yesterday. The 1,000 at 220, I sold at 245. Got it. Would have been another $100,000, or I could have hedged it. Also, and I try to buy more, but you just never know. And like I said, some of these hedges I did good. At least I waited, and I didn't. And also, thank God I didn't do a lot of lower ones. What was happening when I had the 30s is I was coming down, and I was doing like the 27 and 28s to make money, which I made a lot of money on, but it was tying up all my capital. So when you hedge down, you have to put up that spread. So the nice thing is I'm in that range now, so hopefully it just stays above, and it's going to be really, really big and stuff. So it should be pretty good. Lord Abiris, Raja, with the Delta virus spiking up, can we expect a dump on travel stocks? It's definitely going to hurt, travel stocks and hotels and all that stuff again, because of people overseas, and the trips, start to go down. But it's definitely a spike. There's definitely a problem. I think some of this, the government is really pushing people to say, look, wake up, hurry up and get your, vaccinations. Do you want do you want to go back to lockdown and go back to how things were? I think it's a wake up call. I think you're going to see people, you have to figure too, like every day, there's more people every day still getting vaccinated. Obviously, it's, we're not vaccinating 1 million people a day in the U.S., but even if we're vaccinating 200,000 people a day in the U.S., it's still 5-6 million people a month. Over the next 2 or 3 or 4 more months, it's still another 20-30 million more vaccinated people. With 350 million people here, that's still another 10%. We get up to that 65% vaccination rate. So, the good news is let's, LA is back under an indoor mask. Let's scare people, make them wear a mask in some of these cities, and they're, people are going to go get vaccinated, and they've said something like lower income areas aren't getting vaccinated, or they don't, everyone needs to do it. Doesn't matter your income, your race, your color. If we want to have a normal life, we need to get vaccinated. If you want to have lockdowns and, live the life you lived a year ago and be miserable, and everybody, doing nothing, and bars and restaurants all closed, then don't get vaccinated and complain. So definitely be interesting, but yeah, definitely you'll see some slowdown, probably see Zoom and some of those stocks, increase and stuff, but we're going to have blowout earnings, this quarter for all these companies, just because there was so much stimulus in the market. Lifting Bishops, Raja, how long do you think it's going to be before people feel inflation? Or do you have personal life examples of you feeling inflation in your business? So inflation is hit. We're feeling it. What we're paying in labor for like cooks and kitchen help is, $3-4 an hour more than we used to, pay a year ago before the pandemic. Also, like chicken wings, for example, used to be $70-80 a case. Now they're $140, almost double in price. They don't have anybody to for the labor to pluck the chicken legs off the chickens. It's just just crazy, and stuff with all that. The other thing, liquor, we're out of, Hennessy is out of, you can barely get any Hennessy, or it's, sold out. Moet Nectar is sold out, was tequila that's back in stock. Jack Daniels 2 weeks ago was sold out for a while, back in stock. But a lot of these liquors, you have supply chain issues, there's no labor, people are unloading the boats, so it's been a mess. So, Lord Beers, all right, Raja, see you tonight. Big win on the jackpot. Let's go. And that's right, guys. Be heading up to the casino here shortly for live play tonight at the Monarch Casino. The real high roller, Two Rich People in Space, is the Raja next. Hopefully now. I think it's terrific that we're able to do these space flights, and I guess it's interesting. I guess if you have endless money and you want to go blow $1 million or $250,000, whatever the price of these tickets are, I think it's terrific. And you experienced it, but it's a very short ride. You've experienced the quick weightlessness. It's probably a cool to look down. I think there's a huge risk. You already know. I knock on wood. I hope nothing happens, but you already know something is. One of these is going to crash or do something. It's just like the space shuttle program, and if it does, we could have another 5-10 year delay and stuff. Everyone needs to be very, very careful with all this stuff, just because, it is space flight and stuff. But I don't know. I think it's just a battle of egos. At first, they all wanted to own sports teams and stuff like that. And now they all just want to own, go to space first. So, Brandy says, buy some AMC before you go to the casino. LOL. So, Matthew in the house. Raja, up 12% today. Woohoo. CCIB to 2648. So, congratulations, Matthew. Happy that you are up and stuff. Lifting Bishops, NASA doesn't have the monopoly on space anymore. And I don't think NASA wanted it, because the government got smart. Let's subsidize companies, let them do all the work, we'll just pay them, and then we don't have to manage it or deal with it. So, smart move on their part. Joshua, man, I haven't been this happy in a while. A lot of haters were in the chat yesterday. My guy, thanks. Yeah, everybody knows everything, except when it comes down to them using their own money to make money. But there's so many strategies, and like I said, I want everybody to make money. It doesn't really matter if I'm playing CCIV and you're playing Apple or Netflix or whatever you're playing. It doesn't really matter. It's we can all make money in this. And, yesterday when all the markets go down, there's still stocks that went up yesterday and people made money. But I want everybody to be successful. This isn't, a battle of who can make more than the other person. And hopefully we all just make a ton of money and stuff. But, hey guys, like I said, we got live play tonight coming up from the casino. So this is Raja Makes Money. Be back here same time, same place tomorrow for Raja Makes Money live again. But if you want to catch me tonight, I'll be on the big jackpot live in the casino. Big shout out to all my YouTube sponsors who have those really cool emojis and different sent out in the chat. And of course, all my Patreon members where I post all my trades in real time. So hopefully you took advantage of my trades the last today and did really good. But thank you guys for all the good wishes. And I'll see everybody at the casino tonight. Take care.